What's up, everybody, and welcome to a bonus episode. We're going to call this OTR Live.
Just a quickie.
Just a quickie, real quick. OTR Live, guys. This is
just a quickie.
Yeah, just a quickie. This is something we've been talking about, trying to do for a while. We're not on Instagram Live right now, but we're going to still do this because you're back, and we just ran a 5K. We're like, let's do something quick and have it be a practice OTR Live. So
perfect. I like it.
You and I just ran the Hollis Fast 5K. That's not the main reason we're here, but let's just touch on it.
Proud of you for actually signing up, even though it was extremely last minute, but that's commitment in a form. Mm-hmm.
The funniest part is you were number 11 and I was like number 948. I think that's, wow, what a memory. 948.
Nice job.
Someone walked by us and said, oh, you were one of the first ones to sign up. And her friend goes, he was one of the last ones to sign up.
How'd you know? Yeah, I'm on like their email list. I do this race every year. It's very close to home. It's very fast, as the name describes. And it's just a fun race to do. It's kind of no bells and whistles. It's just you run it and you just try to crush the course. It's downhill. It's nice. And my legs are paying for it now. They're still very tired from my race this past weekend.
Right, from your races. So I'll comment and say I did sign up today last minute around lunchtime, and I'm really glad I did. What a great day. A little bit of a sprinkle. We were going to do this, like we said, live, but there was no service, and it was raining and everything there. So we're like, let's go home and clean up, eat, maybe. I don't think neither of us have had food yet. But
we didn't eat, but at least I cleaned up. I can't say that for you.
But the course was all downhill. I'll say I ran a 24:36, I think, it's the hardest I've run since the boys were born. Like, I haven't gone all out on a 5K in a long time. I'm about 2.5 minutes off my PR, which was a 21:58. We don't usually talk about times. I'm just comparing, doing comparables. This is
kind of the case where you can, because this race, it sets you up for success. I ran my third fastest 5K today, and I was off by like a minute from my PR, and that's with tired, dead Revel legs.
That's awesome. Congrats on that. Awesome course, downhill. I feel like the third mile felt uphill at one point, but
it always does. Yeah.
Yeah. It was great. I loved it. I want to do it next year. Good. Thursday nights are actually, as long as Ashley's not working, pretty easy. Speaking of, you're going to be blown away on this.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got recognized there, right? Do you remember who recognized us?
Yes, we did. Yep, Blake. Hi, Blake.
All right.
And we got to meet Brian too. Brian, he's a friend of mine on Strava, and like he likes my stuff, I like his stuff. He's super fast, and it was finally nice to put a face to the name, you know?
So I'm going to blow your mind here on Blake.
Oh, go ahead.
I looked Blake up because he follows us, and I followed him back, and I was looking into him. I was stalking, doing my Instagram stalking.
You're good at that.
Blake's last name is Tyler.
Okay.
My wife, Ashley's last name is Tyler.
Uh-huh.
They're cousins.
Are you serious? No way. What are the odds?
They're like second cousins. I just call them all cousins. I said, hey, this guy's last name is Tyler. Any relation? And I just put the phone up, and she goes, yeah, that's my cousin.
That's awesome.
Oh,
family relation now.
What are the chances of that?
Dude, it's incredible. Nice job. That's cool.
Well, I missed you. Nicole did a great job filling in, but let's get to the point of OTR Live. OTR Live is to have friends of the pod come on who just did something amazing, a cool accomplishment. Originally, we had scheduled Josh, who's done a couple triathlons since we last spoke to him. It was over a year ago.
Right.
But you just did a pretty big race, and we missed you, and we want to bring some content in the podcast. We want to keep this weekly streak going.
I appreciate it.
You were just in Colorado for the Revel Rockies.
Yes.
How was the Revel Rockies?
Oh, man, that was a blast of a race. As difficult as it is, they call it like the quad killer. It was so well set up. It was amazing. I mean, what do you want to know about it? I am willing to tell you everything.
All right. So we live in New Hampshire. We're kind of near sea level. All right?
Yes.
So you fly out to Colorado. You're already a mile high.
Right.
Then you go to the top of a mountain. So let's just call it 2 miles high. I don't know. Maybe you're 1.5.
It was pretty close to that. Actually, I really think it was really close to that. We started at Echo Mountain, and I think that's like 10,000 plus feet. So I was feeling that elevation.
So you flew into Denver. Is Echo Mountain like just outside Denver? Did you have to go far? I remember when I went to Colorado skiing, it looked like it was all flat. And then it's like, John Denver, what's this Rocky Mountain shit you talk about? And then you drive, you start driving for a while and you hit a mountain, you go through the mountain, and then you're just like, you're in Armageddon or something. It's just like, oh my God, you're on another planet. Like, where were you in Colorado?
So it was incredible, that mountain range. But so we were staying it was like on the edge of the mountains, the Rocky Mountain Range. We were in Littleton, Colorado. So that was just a few minutes south of Red Rocks. And we got to go there. That was amazing, by the way. Yeah.
It's a bucket list venue for me.
Right. Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth every penny. So we were maybe like 10 minutes from Red Rocks, and that's actually where the finish line was, like right around that area. And we had a super early wake up call, had to get up at like 2:30 in the morning, and then they bus you all the way to the top. So that was about a 50-minute drive up to Echo Mountain.
Okay, 2:30 wake up call is really 4:30 to you. Did that help you? Did that play into your advantage? No,
because I went to bed at it was 10 o'clock. I got 4.5 hours of sleep that night. So it was, however you want to play it, I got very little sleep the night before. Yeah, mistakes were made. I did have a rough time. Dinner the night before, had dinner really late, so I went to bed with a full stomach, and I don't know if I want to share this, but it was kind of funny. I was having like those nightmares. You know, runners just have nightmares the night before a race, like your alarm's not going to go off, or
all the time. You're
going to forget your watch. Like basically what happened to Ron in his race, like watch is going to die and all that stuff. So I had some sort of, it was a like not going to be able to poop dream. In my dream, I was like freaking out about not being able to poop. Apparently, I farted in my sleep, woke myself up, and I thought I pooped in the bed. So there's a fun story for you. Woke up like, oh my God, what happened? So I've been sleeping for like an hour and a half at this point. Was like, okay, ran to the bathroom. I was like, okay, I didn't shit myself. This is a good start. But I had slept for an hour and a half, and I was like all wound up now because I was freaking out. So didn't really sleep well the rest of the night. It was a bad day. I did get to poop when I did wake up, but it was not my best one. So, like, it's just my stomach was not feeling good that morning. Being at altitude, I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I was feeling a little dizzy. Like, it was just, I knew it was not going to be my day. So, off to a rough start.
That's oh my God, what a night. What a night you had. I'm sorry, but thank you. I'm sorry and grateful at the same time.
I figured you guys would get a kick out of it. But yeah, it was just, I just knew it wasn't going to be the best day for me, but I was going to wing it. I was going to have fun. This course, let me tell you, it had views for days. It was probably up there, like at least top 5 of like the prettiest races I've run. I mean, you got to count Big Sur as like number 1, but like honestly, it's up there for like beauty. It was fantastic. But I was hurting. That those downhills are no joke. I think I could finally walk again on like Wednesday. Yesterday. Yeah, just yesterday. And then today I ran a 5K. So hello, Ron. I feel you.
Yeah, quite a bit. You if Nicole was your coach, you wouldn't listen either. Just like Ron.
Well,
marathon and then a fast 5K, third fastest 5K of all time. So
yeah, I would try.
The views were pretty great. Cool. Mm-hmm. How steep was this course? Because we know the Revel races, they're all downhill. Was it like steep or was it like gradual? What was it? Was it like that first little, remember in the 5K we did today, you kind of get going, then you take a turn, it's like, boom, wicked drop.
Yep. It did have some moments like that, but it wasn't terrible in the beginning. I mean, it just all accumulates though. The first 11 miles were mostly downhill, except like once you hit 11, you can see in the distance, there's like a hill you have to climb and everybody's walking it. And I was like, yeah, I'll join that. So mile 11, there was a hill. Then you got to go down. Then there was another hill at like 12. And it did this for a couple of miles. And you're just kind of like, what the hell? Where's more downhill? But I mean, the majority of it was pretty downhill, but nothing terrible.
I think you told me somewhere, was it mile 11 or 17 that you hit a struggle bus or something?
Probably both. Not going to lie. Like I said, mistakes were made. it was just like, it was all creeping up on me. Like my stomach just wasn't happy that day. I couldn't get in, like, I had my Scratch Labs, what is it now? Super Fuel. It was Super Fuel, but I couldn't drink it. It was too sugary. I was just like not getting the nutrition I needed to keep my fueling up. So I was bonking pretty hard. Mm-hmm. Can I tell you the thing that I just realized I did? I usually save all of my bibs and stuff. I have a nice little binder. It's like a photo binder where I just like plop them in there. I didn't get, like, my other one didn't make it home with me, the one from Rockies, and I'm like kind of devastated. I don't know what happened to it.
It's not like you lost luggage. You just think you left it somewhere?
I really think the couch ate it. So we had a nice little suite out there. We were staying. It was like a Homewood Suites, and it had a couch. And I'm pretty sure the couch ate it because I had like all of my race stuff on there, and I'm just so bummed. So hey, Revel, if you hear me, send me a picture of it.
Maybe the next person who has this place, they'll see your name on it and they'll Google you and look you up. Be like, okay, race results. Where did she finish? Where is she from? New Hampshire? And they'll Facebook message you or something and contact you and be like, I have your bib. Maybe you find the right person who does that.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool? One can hope, but I actually emailed them and I was like, any chance you could send me a picture so I could print it out? Like, I don't know. It's not necessary, but I like to keep them. It's a nice memento.
I get it. I started doing that since we started the pod. I've done like 5 races since we started the pod, but I even have some older bibs. So I'm like, I'm going to start holding on to the bibs, and one day they'll be like right there or something, maybe medals or something right there. I'm making the studio. I'm going to have shelves right behind me soon. See what that light is? I'm going to have a whole shelf unit over there. So I'm working on it. And
there you go.
I'm going to figure out what we do over here. So, well, awesome. What happened at the finish line? What happened right after you finished? Something happened.
So right after the finish line, by the way, they threw in a very rude hill. Right at the finish. And I was like, this is not very nice of you, Revel, but I'll let it slide. But you cross the finish line, you get your medal. It's a really nice medal. I left it downstairs. I'll have to send a picture. But I get a donut, the best donut I've had in a long time. So here I am scarfing my donut and I'm taking pictures in front of like the big 26.2 sign. And I was like, nom, 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 But we go down, go to have a couple of beers. Complete downpour. I get maybe like a few sips in and then it starts to downpour. And I was like, well, at least I finished the race before doing this. Yeah, we did chug. But Brandon was so good. He waited for me. He brought umbrellas. I had a raincoat. Like I was set. But the shuttles back to like the start area or where we parked the cars and stuff took a little while. We were waiting in the rain, and so that was not quite fun. But you know what? I still got to give it to Revel. They did a fantastic job. The swag that they give you, amazing. Like they give you throwaway gloves, like a Mylar blanket.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. They even give you arm sleeves that you could just toss if you want. It says, I have a picture and it says like Revel, like run Revel on them. So they make sure that you're taken care of because it's cold up at the top of the mountain. You can see snow. It was kind of fun. So, I mean, they are just making sure they're taking care of you. So finish line, start line, everything in between. Aid stations were great. Volunteers were great. I can't give them enough props. I think they do a great job. So if you're going to be running the one that's coming to the White Mountains on the Kank, do it. Enjoy it. It's once in a lifetime here. So take advantage.
That's awesome. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to Flying. We talked about this, about Flying Pig. Mm-hmm. So if I'm not going to Flying Pig, because that's a lot of nights that Ashley has to take off of work for me to go on a fun trip, maybe I do New Hampshire. But I can't, again, I won't be able to, like, I know everyone's signing up now. Like today, I signed up for the Hollis Fast.
Yeah. They have a code. That's why you can save some money if you sign up early.
Yeah. But like today, I signed up for the Hollis Fast 5K this afternoon. I knew last night I could do it. I just never got to it. And,
gotcha.
Right. So but you're right. You were like, okay, cool. I told you I'm going to go. And you're like, okay, I'll believe it when I see it. And I was there and I've totally like had what a busy afternoon. And I forgot to eat lunch. I still have not had anything since breakfast besides a couple cashews.
Hey, you had those yogurty things, dairy-free yogurt
I did.
things.
Oh, and a banana. You're right.
At least that's something to put in your stomach.
Those yogurty things were really good, but Nicole thought I looked really weird sipping up the yogurt like this.
That was you do stare him down. You're like, I hope that picture. I wasn't even.
I don't even remember what I was looking at. I was just like.
Maybe you were just so hungry that you just like zoned out for a minute. So
Nicole, I want that picture. I'm totally cool with making fun of myself. I'm totally cool making fun of myself. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. If I am right, I'm going to let you know. If I'm wrong, I'm going to say I'm wrong. And if I did something silly and goofy, I might post it. That one I'll post. But when I'm running and it looks like slow motion, my man boobs are going up and down, that is not going out there. That's not going out there.
Oh, boy.
There is the I want to mention one more thing. There is the talk about the team I was on. I did sign up for a team. Jay Duncan, I think I'm saying it right. Her I knew she had a team, so when I signed up, I shot her a message and I go, "Hey, I'm signing up. I'm coming today. I'm going to go run with Erika. I know you're going to be there, but I know you're on a team, like a charity team. What's the name of your team?" It was the Titty Committee.
I'm so bummed I didn't get to actually join the team. I 100% would have, but that is the most fantastic name.
So I was a part of the Titty Committee, and I actually think if I was out there without a shirt or something, someone would go, yeah, he's got man titties. So we'll work on that when I drop another 30. But your race was fun. I'm really glad you had a great trip.
Yeah.
I have a couple unrelated questions to the race, but to your trip. So
sure.
How was Red Rocks?
Red Rocks was so beautiful. You get in there and it's like majestic. I don't know how else to describe it, but you can see like Denver in the like way like far away. Like I don't even know. We're like 30 miles away from Denver, but it's like everything sparkles when the lights go out, and they just put on a good show. We saw a Grateful Dead cover band, which isn't entirely my style, but just being there, it was awesome. But let me just tell you, they are very liberal with their marijuana use at Red Rock. So if you don't like that kind of haze sticking around, it's probably not the place for you. Just saying. But it was very pretty.
I don't mind the haze. It's something I think you know. I've never smoked anything in my life, but I really don't mind the haze. I mean, it's fine. You go ahead and smoke it and sell it and do whatever, boost the economy. I'm fine with that. Yeah. Colorado was the first, right? They were the first where you could sell it or do it legally. That, yeah. Right. I remember when I was out there and seeing all the shops before they came on the East Coast. So, all right. So Red Rocks is cool. It is a bucket. Awesome. I will go 10 out of 10. There's two shows I would like to see there. One is OAR, by far my favorite band. Aerosmith is the greatest rock band in the world, greatest rock band ever, but OAR has taken over as my favorite in the last decade or so. I would love to see them there. However, if Incubus is ever at Red Rocks again,
I'll go 100%.
You want to come? Steve Spain's coming too.
I've seen them like 6 times.
Really?
Yeah.
So every year, and Steve and I don't get to do this, but when I moved back home, I would spend New Year's Eve with Steve because he lived in Manchester at the time. We'd go out with people, and I would always crash at his house. I crashed at his house a lot, but we would always kind of New Year's Eve was different because we'd like kind of pregame or just stay there because everybody's out and like the cops are out looking. So we were smart, but we would always play on the TV, like in the background, Incubus at Red Rocks.
I didn't know that was like a thing you could watch. Send it to me somehow.
He has it on DVD.
Oh.
It's like a DVD box set or something. So we always played it. It's probably, I'm telling you, it's probably on YouTube. I'll find it. I'll look for it when I'm editing.
Oh my God. I would adore that.
If Incubus ever goes back, and I should look at the schedule because I don't even know who's playing.
Well, let me tell you, it's not this year because Brandon and I would love to go back, and we were checking out what kind of shows they have, and they're not on the list. But
when that happens, Steve, if you are listening, we have talked about my bachelor party that I've never had and it's well overdue. That would be a good one.
Dude, I'm crashing your bachelor party if that's the case.
Come. My bachelor 100%. Party, we always talked about it. It was going to be fun and an adventure. It was not going to be the strip clubs and stuff. Like when I was in Vegas this past year, I said, what would most people do when they have a free night to do anything in Vegas? They would go gambling or they would go to a gentleman's club. What does Eric do? He finds a hockey game or he finds something fun to do that he wants to do. I want to go to a concert or something.
I just went to a Denver, what are they, the Colorado Rockies. I saw the Rockies versus the Giants at Coors Field. So
Very cool. That is cool. All right, my last two questions about your trip.
Yes.
So I got the Red Rocks. Being a mile high, did you get drunk quicker? Did you get a buzz real easily?
Probably. Oh, let me tell you, the breweries out there are top notch. Got to shout out Mountain Sun Brewery in Boulder. They took real good care of us. Like they asked us when we sat down, like, have you ever been here before? Oh, you like these kind of beers? They came over and gave us free samples. I had like 3 free samples. Brandon had 5 just because that's his flavor profile. And like, they're like, we're a cash only place, but if you can't pay cash today, we're going to give you an envelope. You can pay us later. And like, they gave us free French fries and like, they were just like super chill people. Like, we had a good time. Every time they find out that we're from New Hampshire, they're like, oh, East Coast beers. And like, we get into conversations like that. But I feel like it did not take much to get me a buzz. We went to, I think, 7 different breweries throughout the like 6 days we were there. It was pretty fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so shout out to like Golden, Colorado and all over.
When you bounced around, were you always staying at the same place?
Yes, we stayed at the same place. So we were about 15 minutes from Golden, Colorado. That's like where the Coors factory is. We didn't go tour that, but they had like Mountain Toad Brewery. That was a lot of fun. And there was another one there. So we were maybe 40 minutes from Boulder and we were only 25 minutes from Denver. So like we were pretty central, but like a little bit out of the way. So it was not quite as expensive as the trip could have been.
Okay. Yeah. All right. My last question. And we're at the perfect length for OTR Live. These are always going to be in the 20 to 30 minutes max range. All right. Last question.
Yes.
When you were in Boulder, did you go to the Walnut Cafe and get yourself a Doozerito?
We were thinking of it, but we parked a little too far away for my tired legs to make the trek to Walnut. But
I'll give you that because you just ran a marathon.
But I did. I really should have reached out to Doozer and Amelia, but I kind of chickened out because we weren't there for very long and I didn't want to bother them. So maybe next time we take a trip, I'll think about reaching out ahead of time and say, hey, we're going to be here. If you're around, it would be nice to meet you. But sadly, I did not get a Doozerito. Well, would have been delicious.
When we're out there together for the Boulder.
Yes,
Boulder,
I missed it by a week, man. They still had all the signs
Less than a week. You missed it by like 3 days.
I was really sad about that.
Oh, did you watch his YouTube video on the Boulder?
I sure did.
Yeah, it looked
super
awesome.
Jealous.
It's like that's one that we'll have to go to, and I would make that one. I could make happen if we just flew it on Sunday and took the red eye back Monday night. We could do it.
That's doable. It's very doable. Yeah. So
they had like 85 heats.
Really? Like corrals?
Right. So Doozer ran the race like in the first corral, and then he went back and he ran it again and did all the YouTube videos. And he was like, "This is heat like 83 or something." I'm like, "What is that?"
There are a ton of people who do that. So.
And they end in a football stadium, and basically they fill it. They fill the stadium, so it looked cool. Check out Doozer's video of the Boulder 10K that just happened on Memorial Day. So the video came out last week, like the day you flew out or something. So
something like that.
It was a sweet video. Well, guys, thank you for checking in and listening to this bonus episode of OTR Live. These aren't going to count as episode numbers, but we're going to do these more often. They will probably not be on Instagram, though. They will be on, when we get it up and running, our YouTube channel, because we'll be able to live stream on YouTube via this Riverside app that we record on now, which will be cool.
Very cool.
And it will happen shortly. And shortly, in my mind, early August. I am working on all the videos. We might have the YouTube channel before. So I will let you know, because we're going to post the reels you see and the TikToks. They'll go on there too. But we're going to put our interviews up, and I am working on the 3rd edit right now.
Awesome. I can't wait to see it myself. It's nice to relive some of our conversations.
You will actually see yourself too.
I know.
So
which is weird.
Work on...
It's weird enough hearing myself, but seeing myself too is a little strange.
Right. So we're going to work on it. The really cool thing is I'm going to tell you this. All right. So the first one I edited was the one with Tara and Lindsay. But what's cool is when we're talking about the hug that Tara and Amanda had.
Yes.
I put that video clip in there.
Oh, I love it.
When Lindsay comes up to us and steps in the giant fucking puddle, that's in there. When we're talking about Plymouth Plantation with the rullet, I throw a picture in there of Plymouth Plantation. Like,
you are the man. You are just the producing man.
I'm so excited for the YouTube channel, but the podcast audio comes first. We're an audio podcast, and the episodes will drop. The videos will drop, I'm thinking, a week and a half after the audio drops. We'll figure it out. We'll get into a groove somehow, but we'll do... no
need to give yourself a deadline. Yeah, just whenever it happens, it happens.
It's not a deadline. It's kind of a goal. I got a goal. I got goals, and so that's what it's going to be. Early August is my goal to start putting the videos out. No, I love doing this. So thank you again. I'm glad you had a good trip. I'm glad I got to see you today. That was fun.
It's good to be home, though.
Have a great rest of your week, everyone, and a weekend. It was so fun. Oh, we didn't even say it. We saw Jaye and Justine and Nicole at the Hollis Fast 5K. Anyone else we saw?
Well, Blake and Brian. New friends.
You're right. It was really nice to see Jaye because when we did meet her at the 5K for Jaye, she was the center of attention. Everyone wanted to meet her. And this time we kind of got to just stand in our little
hang
circle.
Out a little bit, right?
Right. That was great. So it was really nice to meet you. In my mind, like for the first time, Jaye, it was pretty great. So very proud of you. And
congratulations on everybody's PRs, by the way. Yes. A lot of people did fantastic today. So very proud of you. Way to crush it.
All right. Well, have a good weekend. I'll catch up with you later, Erika. And send us home.
Thank you guys for tuning in to my little recap. And as always, don't forget to stretch.
3, 2, 1.